Hello and welcome to Triathlonology, a triathlon podcast by Animis racing team. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Jackie. We are a mum and son coaching team who have changed our lives through the sport of triathlon.
Our podcast aims to break down the mysteries of triathlon training and show you, the listener, how simple and flexible it can be so that it really does become part of your lifestyle and not just a hobby. Welcome to another episode of Triathlonology, a podcast by Animis Racing Team, a mum and son coaching duo from Yorkshire.
I'm Jackie Saxon.
And I'm Oliver Saxon, and together we give no-nonsense, straightforward advice for training if you are in triathlon or multisport generally.
We do. I mean, and a lot of stuff that we say, you probably take into life as well.
Yeah. Today's episode is going to be about the tools that we use to recover from sessions or recover from harder sessions or recover from injury, and the various things that we've got over the years and that we've added to our arsenal as we've gone along.
Yeah, because Oliver's just reminded me of one of the first things, well, I would say the first thing we ever bought was something called the stick. Now, that sounds like you got a stick at school, but it's not that, although it is maybe just as painful at times.
Yeah.
Although I never had stick, got to tell you, I was very good. And it was at the running show, and this guy...
it was a marathon show.
No, marathon show, that's what I meant.
Marathon show, London Marathon show.
London Marathon show, and it was just as we walked in, and this guy, in very short shorts, if I remember rightly, thinking, Wolf Pace here, but anyway, that's another story, was going up and down his legs with this big stick thing. And we thought, what's that then? So we went to talk to him, and he explained it was to get all the knots and everything out of you.
Like a massage tool.
Yeah, like a massage tool. And we thought, we'll have a go at that. So we tried it, didn't we? And we thought it was suitably painful. So we thought it must work. And we bought one, and we actually used it every day, I would say.
Well, I would say we used it a lot. At first, because it's what it is a
people
plastic.
Can't see that one. You've got to lift your hands up.
Is a plastic rod, and within that rod, it's broken down into several plastic tubes that rotate. So as you rub it up and down your thigh or your calf or whatever it might be that aches you, all the little things are working individually to massage all the knots as you're going along the muscle, rather than one big like rolling pin. It's rolling pin like, but if you imagine a rolling pin thinner and broken down into little bits as it's going along, as it's rolling the pastry, that's what the stick's like.
And really good.
Yeah, you can really get, and you can. It is as much as you want really, because you can apply it lightly and have a light massage for it, or if there's somewhere that's particularly knotty or painful, you can really like dig it in and get stuck in and make yourself cry, can't you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I would say that definitely. So I am actually going to try and find that now, because we've moved house, as I've told you this before, and now I can't find nothing because my husband decided that it probably weren't necessary to keep that, so he'll have thrown it away. So I'll be right chuffed if he's done that. Anyway, Oliver, what's the next thing that we use?
Well, as next thing that we probably use, or we bought for recovery and probably don't use enough, is actually our sauna blanket. So this is a infrared sauna blanket from MyHigh, and it works. Well, you plug it in, and then it through infrared it heats up, and it acts like a sauna essentially. It does what it says on the tin.
You do have to get inside it.
Well, yeah, you have to. I mean, yes, you get inside it.
It's not like you're going in a room or anything like that. No, it's like a massive.
It's like a duvet,
like a big sleeping bag.
Yes,
really.
Big sleeping bag. That's velcroed down the middle, and you unfold it or unvelcro it.
Down middle.
More down edge.
Yeah.
Down edge, and you unfold it like a duvet to get in, or a sleeping bag to get in, and then it then heats you up and heats the surrounding up to get you to create a sauna effect. You do have to wear long sleeve top or long sleeve trousers and socks, because otherwise it can burn you.
But also we've got that thing, they did bring out that
they did like bring out
an inner sleeping bag, and I have got that because I found it.
I have got one of those, but Jess has lost it.
Right.
So I can't find it at the minute, which is much chagrin about that. So I'm having to wear tracky bottoms and fortunately a Cursa del Nasos top because they're always long sleeve.
Yeah. Well, they're good for that.
Yeah, and leaving all my socks on and leave my socks on and get in and then sit in front of telly watching Doctor Who, having a sauna blanket up to me. And then you can really use it depending on how much you want to get into it. So if you just want to have a sauna just for your legs, you just put your legs in it. It's ideal if you can get yourself up to your neck because it does have like a neck cut in it. So you can do that. And you just basically look like you're in a
coffin.
An iron lung.
Yes, like Derek Dalton. You don't even know Derek Dalton.
You know, like for polio folk.
Yes, because Derek Dalton was a polio victim, very famous Rotherham United fan. But you won't know that.
No, but like a bit like that, but less dramatic, and just a sleeping bag that you have up to your head, and keeps you all nice and warm. Makes you warm. It does, and there are like 10 levels of heats that you can apply. And they recommend that you start off low and build yourself high over a period of time. And having not used it for a while and recently started reusing it, I can vouch for that because I started at a 3 and that worked for half an hour. That were all right. And I went up to 5. But if you try and go up to 9, you can't last more than 10 minutes before you have to get out. And the whole purpose is like you're supposed to go in for an hour and lay there and get the full benefit from it.
Because it's good for me as well for my arthritis. So I'm going to get back into that. Now I've now got a spare bed that it's now like laid out on, and I can get in and have a bit of peace and quiet time and watch Neighbours or something like that because a bit of mindless telly.
Yeah, just to check out and so because I've done it and put football on and just sat in there and checked out watching football and okay, I'm having an hour for myself here, just recovering, and you do feel better.
Yeah,
it does feel like when you've been you do end up being really sweaty as well and have to go in the shower afterwards, but it's like being in a sauna.
It doesn't give me any desire to go in anything that's freezing cold though, does it you?
No, I can't. No, ice baths and stuff are not for me.
No, me neither.
I don't think. I always think about what Brett says about about racehorses and greyhounds. They can't speak, but they obviously all need treatment. And actually, racehorses are worth more than human beings, and they never treat them with cold because the horse don't like it. So they always treat them with heat, either a hot bath or a hot bucket of water or whatever, and that's what they use for a horse. So why do we bother with humans making themselves cold? Or like when footballers go in them cryo chambers, you think, let's go in sauna, be right. They'll have a similar effect.
Definitely. One of the other things that I really like are the MyoMaster legs.
Oh, yeah.
I think they are ace.
So do you want to explain what these MyoMaster legs are? Because that makes it sound like we've got some bionic legs.
Yes. Well, it's like trousers that you put your legs, you slip your legs into them and zip them up, and then you attach them to the transformer thing, and it's sort of like, it's a bit like having your blood pressure took.
Compresses it, doesn't it? Like fires air in at different points across your legs, and it compresses and squeezes it.
Is it Venus or something like that they call it, or whatever? I don't know what but it's really good because at the time you're thinking, oh, that hurts a bit, but it's worth it because when you come out, your legs are so much fresher. They really are. They are excellent. If you can afford to get those, I would have those because I think they're brilliant and they really do freshen your legs up. Definitely.
Yeah, they do. And they help relieve any aches and pains that you've got from running or from a tough cycling or a tough running session. Then you can put them on straight away. And again, like sitting in front of the telly, put them on for half an hour, just like get your legs up.
Because it goes like pulses, doesn't it? It's not doing it all the time.
There's lots of different programs, so you can focus on like just your calves or just your quads or all your leg. I just always have all my leg going. And then it goes sort of up and down or down and up or however you set it up. And then it'll like give out a big sigh when it's finished because obviously all the air is going out at that point. And then you think, do I put them back on again? We used them a lot when we went to Portugal last year, didn't we?
Yeah. That's why you get a bike box, Alan, because you can put stuff in it.
Yeah. And you pick somewhere where your bike's lighter than the allowance that you're allowed, so you can put extra stuff in it. But they are really good. And there'll be MyoMaster will be the running show when we go this year, so we'll see if they've got anything else.
Yeah, because I've also got the gun, the massage gun as well.
Yeah, we have a massage gun, yeah.
Although I am guilty of not using it enough because I looked at it this morning and thought, So I take that box to work with me and use it when I'm at work and I've got nobody interfering. And I thought, I've got enough to take to my van, I can't be bothered. But tomorrow I am taking it because my quads are agony. So they need some TLC, and the gun is brilliant because it's got all these little different attached heads, I think that you call them, for different, and a really good booklet that says you use this for your quads, you use this for your calves, you use this for your feet, whatever, and it's, or for your shoulders or whatever, and it's really good and it really does work. It's excellent, and I don't know why I don't use it more. In fact, us talking about them now has made me think, I'm just going to get on, and we've got all these tools, why don't we just use them?
Oh, you should be using them more. Well, yeah, because Jess uses the massage gun more than I do.
Yeah.
Like on her hoopy recoveries on her back and her shoulders. So, well, we swim a lot.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same muscles you probably should just use it. It's more difficult to like hold it on your back though than have somebody else do it for you. But yeah, so we have that. We have a cold therapy ball, don't we?
Yeah, and again, this is something that has gone missing since we've moved. So I am going to get on the case of that when I get in tonight after swim coaching, because that was really good. We got that last year, didn't we?
Yeah, but essentially it's a metal ball or metal outer case with a ball in the middle of it that you put in the freezer, and then it goes into its holster, and then you get exactly similar to the stick. You like work it into your knots, and you use the cold therapy there as much or as little as you want, and it'll also work, room temperature if you don't want to make it cold. So that's also a useful tool. What else have we got that we use? The best recovery tool of all, of course, is obviously a hot bath. An Epsom salts, or better still, if you've got a jacuzzi, because Carol's leg's paid out, then get yourself in your jacuzzi, because that will be like, you'll get massage from the jets, but also the warm water will really help.
It's funny you should talk about a jacuzzi, because I've been swimming today, and one thing about where I go swimming, they're all old, most of the people who go, and so it's like they all talk to you and they want to know all your details and all that, and when they know that you do things, they ask you questions about, what do you do about this and what do you do about that, and because I haven't been for the last few weeks, because I've been before Christmas I had mad at work and I just couldn't fit it in, and since then we've been to Barcelona and Portugal, so they want to know where I've been today, and she said, and one of the old ladies, she'll go mad if you know I called her old lady, even though she's 70 odd. She says, I've been on a cruise for a month and I've been swimming every day in pool. I said, have you Heather? So she says, yeah. She says, and what I like best, we're going in jacuzzi. I said, I think jacuzzi is the best thing, and she agreed with me. She loved it, because we wish they'd got one at our pool, but it's a local authority pool, so we've no chance of getting one of them. But
Isn't there?
No, there's no pool. There's no jacuzzi
at Concord.
No,
there's a steam room and a sauna.
Yes, but because due to local authority cuts, that was being.
Because of energy crisis.
Energy crisis. Okay. That's not happened for a year.
All right.
So, but yeah, I think a jacuzzi, mega. But you're only going to get them at private health clubs, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I have thought about replacing. So in our family bathroom at home, I've thought about replacing bath with a jacuzzi bath, but not like a full jacuzzi, but one that you can like switch on and fires air jets at you.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing that, but that's a project for a few years' time, I think, rather than for now, because Jess will go mental if I spend money on a jacuzzi bath that we don't need to spend. There's other things we need, like lampshades first.
Yeah, good idea.
That's an insight into our home life. We haven't got lampshades up in his new house yet, but we'll get there. We're just busy. Yeah. And I think that we've pretty much covered all the stuff that we use.
But most. Our big news is what we've just got from America.
Oh yes. Oh no. Well, another recovery product that I have had, but also have used, and is also like a pre-race product, are my Hoob heated jogging bottoms, which are amazing. I have not used them for. Well, I suppose I sort of have used them for recovery, because I always do a training session before I go to a football match. But so far, I have only used them when I've been sat at a football match in winter, and I've switched them on to keep my legs warm. rather than being perishing cold in North Stand at Hillsborough. But
you think they're brilliant.
I think they're brilliant, and my legs are always like, they do feel better for being like heated more or less straight away while I'm sat down. I've got some heat therapy for 90 minutes, which on some occasions you need any kind of therapy when you're watching Sheffield Wednesday, the benefit.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, we have just taken delivery of our latest piece of recovery and return from injury device, and that is a lever movement device for our treadmill, which will now be in the Animis Performance Lab.
Yeah, we are so excited. I think I've never been as excited about getting a piece of equipment as I have this, because it's like a mini AlterG, only a poor man's version.
Well, sort of. Yeah. So Mum saw this on Instagram while we were in Barcelona before Christmas, because I think Ailish McColgan's been using it.
Yeah, she has been using it, because obviously she'd been really badly injured, and she's on her comeback trail. And
her mum loves Ailish McColgan.
I love her. I think she's great. I loved her mum. So, they got, you see, the Northern.
Scottish.
Yeah, but they're Northern, aren't they? They're not namby-pambies. They just go for it. That's what you want.
There's also a lot of professional triathletes who are using them as well now.
Yeah, they are.
What the lever movement machine does is allows you, it's sort of like an AlterG, but you can't take all the weight off, but you can take up to 20 kilos off, and then just go running on your treadmill. So it's sort of, if you're doing a long run, it means you're putting less stress on your body if you're doing it on the treadmill, because you're taking less weight force that you're putting through yourself into the treadmill and back again is getting relieved by that. If you are
wanting to get a bit more speed, and you can do some interval sessions on there, and again, you're
not putting the load through you. Or if you've been injured, like I've got a bit of a calf injury at the minute because it's not working properly rather than it being actually injured, I can do more consistent running and for longer by getting on the lever machine and taking 20 kilos off and running a bit easier. And it's more or less pain free when I do that, which is remarkable, because it's been a while since I've been able to run without having any pain.
Well, I think it's going to transform for me, especially because
with your rheumatoid,
with my rheumatoid, it's going to be really, really, really beneficial for me, because I need to be able to get that mileage in without breaking down, because as soon as I start upping it, then I have I have a flare. So I'm really excited about getting going with this. And although we put it all together on Thursday when we came back from Portugal, I've not had the opportunity to go on it yet.
So how it works is you set it, it's basically a little frame that you fasten to your treadmill, and then there is a pulley scheme that runs all the way along the round of it, and then through some special shorts that you have to wear, which have a pulley on them, around the back of you, through the other pulley, and then you put it into this cam jam and then pull down on it, and that lifts.
It's got an app, hasn't it?
Yeah, you connect it to the app and it tells you how much you're taking off, and it sort of lifts you up. And I was running on this for the first time on a Saturday, and was sort of thinking, well, how much is it really lifting me up? So as we got towards the end, which is a terrible idea, but I did it anyway, I sort of loosened it to go down a bit, and then thought, okay, and then loosened it a bit more. It actually is quite a different. You don't realise how big of a difference it is when you've got it on to when you've not, because I felt it immediately, like, oh, this is a bit more difficult, or this is a bit more painful. So yes, I'm really looking forward to using that and seeing how it helps us. And very shortly, you will also be able to book in online to use it in the Animis Performance Lab, aka my garage.
It's a very nice garage.
And you'll be able to use it for your own, book in for an hour's session and use it for your 45-minute session, and use it for your own rehab or recovery or running or whatever it is you want to do for the princely sum of £25. That'll be on the website shortly.
Yeah, I just think it is all the testimonials that I've read from real life people just think it's brilliant, because it's just a way of getting running and building up that stamina and that strength again without putting the load through, which is remarkable. And I can't wait, because one of my favourite things is running. So,
and if you take, and it is completely collapsible. It took us 10 minutes to put it together.
Well, it did.
A bit longer when we were, but now if we were doing it again, we know how to take it down and put it together in 10 minutes. It comes with a fold-away bag that you can take it up, so you can put it in your suitcase and take it with you.
Yeah.
If you're going away in there,
because that's what Eilish does.
Yeah, if you were staying away at a hotel for a few days for work or whatever, you could easily assemble it on your treadmill at the gym in the hotel there or a local gym. Run on that and be carrying on. You don't have to be interrupted. We're not going to take that to Portugal with us, though.
No, because
I could only imagine how much it's going to blow people, blow their minds.
In that little gym in Portugal that we go to.
Yes,
yeah.
In the Qatar, I imagine, and you can only run on that for 45 minutes anyway, I think.
Yeah, most, so to take us, we'd get it set up and everybody be coming on watching, and then we'd be whatever.
Well, we might take it. We'll see how we go, but. Yes, I can. It definitely blow their minds when they see that there and they try and work out what's going on. But it definitely works. I had a first session in it, and we'll just keep reporting back by how we've gone.
Yeah, because we thought let's just keep that going because it's an experiment, but not an experiment. And I think the more people know about it, and that there are alternatives because you can never find an AlterG machine.
There's one at Huddersfield, isn't there?
There's one at Huddersfield. And I think Sheffield Wednesday got one, but you don't. You disagree with me.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
But they cost so much money. So much money. I think the first one we ever knew about, and we went to look at it.
Was it a sweatshop? Which is, for people who don't know what a sweatshop is, it's not an actual sweatshop where small children are working for little money making garments. Sweatshop used to be a running brand that was in
throughout the UK,
major stores throughout the UK,
and it was an excellent running brand run by runners.
Yes, and they had several AlterGs in their central London store just off Fleet Street.
Yes,
near St Paul's, I think it was.
Mo Farah used to work there, and he used to use it.
Yeah.
And can you remember us going and looking at it?
Yeah, we did, and someone was running on it because you could just go and have a neb and see what were going off. So when we must have been for a marathon show or something, we were there. We said, we'll go and have a look at this AlterG and see what it's like. This must be going back. 2010.
Yeah, because Mo Farah ain't got no gold medals because he was still working at a sweatshop.
Yeah, he hadn't won a Daegu or had he? So it must be 2009, 2010 when we went. Yeah. 2010 probably. So, but Mo Farah weren't working that day. We didn't see him.
No, we didn't see him.
Although he later got finished by my dad, but that's another story.
Yeah, another story.
So we had a look at that, and we thought, this is all right. But they never really broke out into anything that people could, regular people could use because they're just so expensive. And I don't even think professional football clubs have them. I've never seen any on major clubs. When they post the rehab pictures, you never see anybody working in one, and I for a long time couldn't understand why. I largely still don't understand why professional clubs don't have one. But anyway,
I think they're stupid not having one. But football clubs don't. They have such backward ideas about recovery and what have you. But
they're very football centric rather than looking at what everybody else does really well and applies that. Well, that's what we've learned from VAR, isn't it? That's again a completely different podcast. So that pretty much is everything that we use in our recovery. But what we'd like to know from our readers is what you will use to recover with. Get in touch with us, either drop us a message on Instagram or Facebook or email the show. And we'd love to find out what recovery products you use. And if you want to see what ours look like, and we can send you pictures, or we might put them on Instagram.
Or we can bring them. We can show you on our next podcast.
Yep.
Although obviously
you can't really see it on the podcast.
We'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah. And then at least you can see what we use, and we'd really like to know what you use. So by all means, get in touch. And until next time,
I've been Jackie.
I've been Coach Oliver, and we'll see you.
Thank you for joining us today.
See you next time.
See you then. Or as we say in Yorkshire, see you.